What's happening, everybody? I'm Tommy C, and today on In the Crease with Tommy C, we're going to be talking about Mark Stone's heroic OT goal, what that means for the Sens, and what that means for the Pittsburgh Penguins, the gods on earth. That's right, today on In the Crease with Tommy C. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Crazy Tommy C. I'm here with the one and only, the dangerous Dead On Dave. What's happening there, Dead On Dave?
Hello, good sir. Hello. Chimney Drew.
I liked it better when you were drunk yesterday, personally.
Yeah, I did too. I'm really not feeling great today. I'm trying not to stab myself in the eye.
What was that crap you were drinking?
It was a nice Chinaman gave me some.
What's the name of the drink? You didn't drink a nice Chinaman, did you?
No. It was not yesterday. It was a plum wine. It was a Chinese plum wine.
Yeah. What is plum wine?
Wine that comes from fucking plums, I'd assume.
Geez, must be awful.
No, it's not awful.
Yeah, you're just not good at drinking, I don't think. You're not as raging alcoholic as I am. You're new to this bag.
Yeah,
No, you're new to this whole bag.
I'm not quite as discerning.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Crease of Tommy C. Mark Stone, who's actually been scoring a lot for the Ottawa Senators. Senators just basically say, hey, guess what, guys? We're still here. We refer to them as plucky or Dave, which I actually hate that term.
They're very plucky, and you know what? Christ shines down upon them. Okay?
The Christ Warriors
Can't
of Cameron.
argue with faith.
Well, they're in it to win it. A 3-goal lead blown by the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't know if I want to do another thing about the media skipping the fact that the Penguins have serious leadership issues. They have serious problems when they're in clutch situations. I'm going to let you do it. So what do you think the problem with the Pens is before we actually celebrate the Ottawa's? What do you think the problem with the Pens
They ain't got nothing between here. They ain't got no hot. They're like the Tin Man, the Wizard of Oz. They ain't got no hot, Tommy. No hot. No heart. This team is heartless, soulless, spineless. They don't have it. Plain and simple. They might as well be skating on feathers. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But it means something.
You really are off today.
Skating on feathers. What do you mean off as in awesome?
Yeah, I am in awe because skating with feathers is kind of amusing. I'll be honest.
I love that. That's my new thing.
It was really good. Well, we've gone over this ad nauseum, and the thing that really gets me about this hockey team, it's nobody brings up the captain's names over and over and over again. These team is embarrassed, quite possibly staring down the biggest embarrassment since the Crosby-Ovechkin era. Yet it's just, I see articles on TSN, well, you can't blame Sid. And they'll point to his stat.
Called him out.
What's that?
Elrose called him out.
Yeah, oh, God. That's a change, considering how much he was up Eric Lindros.
I know, he sucks that cock a lot, but he called him out on SportsCenter. I watched it today.
Yeah, and it's funny. I look on TSN. They go, well, you can't blame Sid, and they point to his point production. Well, there's a lot more to this than just very simple point production. There's definitely a lot more going on there. I mean, and whenever I see Sid interviewed, it's more like what his team did wrong. And I guess it almost sounds like he's taking responsibility, but I just get the impression he's going back there and saying, hey, you guys suck tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's a little
more
more
than that.
Way to go,
guys.
Look, what it is he has to do, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not like these reporters and say, I know what he needs to do. And I don't know what exactly he needs to do, but he does seem sort of like a stuck-up kid that just thinks the whole team revolves around him. In some sense,
I can tell you what he needs to do.
What's that?
He needs to get off his ass. He needs to tell everyone around him to step up their goddamn game. And he needs to be in everybody's ear until they freaking start listening. He needs to be the man out on there, not just scoring. He needs to be the leader. He needs to be the voice, the heart, the heartbeat, the pulse, the soul, the conscience. He needs to be that guy. Go watch some Michael Jordan tapes from the 90s. Be him, because what you're being isn't enough right
whatever
now.
It is.
There's no heart in that team.
Whatever it is. And I mean, even there was a game against Philadelphia. I mean, Jesus, looked like Malkin was falling asleep out there.
Dogs.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't care. You know,
Right?
it feels that way, doesn't it? Like they don't care when you
Without
watch them.
Letang, they don't. Letang's not there. They don't give a shit. They don't care.
Maybe
There's
he's
nobody's
actually the leader.
holding him accountable. I think Letang is that heartbeat, and he's not there, and they just can't get it done.
I guess that's it. Well, we went over the negative stuff, but we got to give all the props in the world to Mark Stone and the pesky Sens, as they're called up there in the Great White North, and they continue to remain pesky and continue to tell this great NHL story. All right, how do you think they're going to end up? Are they going to end up in the playoffs with just this little time left?
I got a feeling they're going to find a way in, and I'm going to go ahead and call it now. I think Ottawa's in, Boston's in, Detroit's in.
Yeah,
I think Pittsburgh misses it. Their lack of heart.
You think it's going? You're calling it now. Then, which is a change, which is a change from before.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It is a big change, but you know what? This team is showing me they have no heart. At the very least, we know Boston's got some heart, especially with Chara back on the ice.
Absolutely.
Detroit, Zetterberg, Datsuk, they got heart. And even if they didn't, there's talent around that team to spare. That it's not just a couple of players. And Ottawa, they don't need heart. You know why? Because they got God.
They got God on their side. They got God. Absolutely right.
Pittsburgh misses the playoffs, and Sidney has to reevaluate where he is in his career.
And
that's the storyline.
Cameron has a priest with a lot of hockey insight, apparently. Some funnier sides. NHL.
And Luke 3:17 says, "Forecheck with all of your might, good son."
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Cameron with his great priest. There he is. I summon thee, Hamburglar, to beat the Pittsburgh Penguins, even though we are 3 goals behind.
So saith the Lord.
So saith the Lord. You might notice that our ticker's gone. My virus detection deleted it. So I have to. If you have any idea what a pain in the ass that thing is to get back up on there, it's going to be.
Next time, just put a condom around it and should be fine.
That sucks. I like my little ticker. It makes me look official, even though I'm not paying any attention to it nor read any of the stories that pass by.
It was a quality STD joke. I completely got no sold. It's okay, though.
Yeah, you get no sold. And, I wish let me tell you something. If Microsoft ever comes around to fixing the echo issue or the delay issue when you have to run through stereo mix, I guarantee I'll pick up on more jokes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I really think that's the problem. I'm starting to think, because I have a little echo in my head. I could lower the volume a little bit, but then I lower your volume as well. It's just a big pain in the ass. Yeah. Get it down to 12, I guess. Am I still loud to you?
No,
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
718-395-7660, 718-395. We're taking your calls today. Congratulations to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yes. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Dr. Deke, who's in the chat. Here's what I'm planning to do, Dr. Deke. And by the way, you're more than welcome to come in to give your show a plug. She does these. She's kind of in the beginning stages, or we were 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago, like in 2 weeks, by the way, with Shot from the Point. And I'm thinking about putting her and Jack Malay into a bit of a commercial.
Cool.
We got to do what Cronin's done for us. I think we got to help.
Pay it forward, baby.
Yeah. And I like what I like what I see from Malay, even though I think it's really weird. And I like
weird's good.
What?
Weird's good.
Yeah, weird's good. Like they have it's very two different. It's two different ways of doing things. Malay's doing sort of a comedy character, which I dig. And it's kind of daring because it's so weird. And Dr. Deke, well, I just like looking at her, and then that's it. She looks like the psychiatrist I always wanted to have, So she could ask me personal questions, and I could pretend to sell my story and really trying to be hitting on her the whole time. That would be my move.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
So am I getting the numbers? Am I not getting the numbers? I just need to know.
Yeah.
What's the percentage? What's the chance here?
Yes. 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660. Let me go slip to the chat. So you guys say anything interesting? Our chat's become a way for NHL fans to sort of get together and, chat. Yes, we need more hockey talk. Yeah, good, Pat. Go sub Go sub those folks. Go sub
Yeah.
Dr. Deke. And hey, Dr. D, check you out. Oh, good. Then she's getting all sorts of love in the chat. Malay is the Mick Foley of hockey.
I
From
like
Frenchie
that.
Ben. So we're definitely
Here's a
gonna get
nice
some
little story.
shot from the point. Love, love, love. Which I would always put. I'd put Malay on, but he never calls in. I don't know what his problem is.
Here's a nice little story.
What's up?
Senators GM Brian Murray inspired by team's improbable run. See, this run is also coming at the same time he's battling colon cancer. He's getting through it, and he says he is being motivated by the way his team is playing, and vice versa. So that's kind of sweet.
Yeah,
like that.
that's real nice. He's been in big trouble for a long time, and
now I'm rooting for him even harder.
Well, I like him because he had a I don't know, a CSI like investigation on Matt Cook for cutting. He said he was going to present irrefutable proof that it was deliberate that Matt Cook cut Carlson's leg, which actually, if you want to check it out, led to probably one of the funniest moments in shot from the point history when Jake. We talked about Matt Cook's text message and what it must have been like receiving it. It is really one of our best moments. Matt Cook's text message. Let me look at what we got here. I don't want you to see my tweet.
I can't believe we've gone 12 minutes without talking about your Rangers.
Yeah, I was gonna get there. I still got to. I want to look at the stats real quick. So Calgary. Well, Minnesota's well ahead of them. So they're basically, we have a situation in the West Coast where the only guys that are really in it are Calgary, Winnipeg, and Los Angeles. Somebody has to go. There can be only one. Los Angeles, with their loss last night, they find themselves 3 points back with 2 games to go.
2 games. Yeah.
So all really Ottawa and or Winnipeg and Calgary have to do from here on in is just win.
Yep.
They
control their own destiny.
That's pretty much it. You win. That's it.
Yep.
You know, you're in excellent shape. That's basically it. And it would be nice to have the Stanley Cup champion sitting on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
In the West. In the East, we have Pittsburgh hang on to the number 1 wild card spot. And Ottawa is 1 point behind them, but they can skip right over them.
Yes.
Skip right over them. And I guess, not. Detroit is still in a peculiar situation as well.
Detroit's in a peculiar spot, but you got to remember, Ottawa is not trailing anyway. They're actually tied with Boston right now for that final spot.
I got
they're trailing Pittsburgh by a point, but Pittsburgh's in the 7th spot right now, not the 8th.
That's not he's their second wild card, which technically would be the 8. But I got 96 points to 95 points. Boston.
Yeah, but Boston's got 95 points.
Yes, so Boston's in the second playoff wild card spot.
Yes, but they're tied with Ottawa because they also have 95 points.
I see.
Yeah.
What do you think of the move? And this is we got a little more into this. We were shocked and appalled by our favorite Los Angeles Kings coach.
Sutter.
Jonathan, I think you played too many games. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this back. What's his name? Jones in that against the Oil, because the Oil, they suck, and they're probably tanking too for Connor McDavid.
Well, that's not what happened.
No.
Of course, in last night's games, the Los Angeles Kings were beaten by the Edmonton Oilers.
Yes, they were.
4-2.
The team, yeah.
But I guess that wasn't a good move.
But you found everybody's criticizing Daryl Sutter, which probably for starting. I mean,
because they assumed that they were taking him too lightly because they just pounded the shit out of him like 6 days ago, 8-2.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that we could, but I mean, LA is in a desperate situation. Maybe they started sort of buying their own BS in some roundabout way that they, even because they went down 3 games though, and came back and won the next 4 straight, and they put Jones in there. But you found out something interesting about Jonathan Quick. When was the last time he had a game off?
The last time Jonathan Quick got any rest at all was way back on February 27th. And that is well over 15, 16 games, kids. That's a long time to be playing hockey without any rest.
It could have been very easily a situation where it said, John said, I need a break.
I need a break.
Well,
I'm burnt out. And you know what? That's also on Sutter.
That's
and
also on Sutter too. It's mismanagement, and it also could be on the depth of the team. Maybe Sutter didn't have the faith in Jones.
Well, the last time that Jones played, that was on February 27th against Anaheim. They lost 4-2. He gave up a 4-burger right there.
You know, I know they used to do this in Marty Brodeur. They used to let him play game after game after game. Is it really that? I mean, they really should have 2-3 games off a month, don't you think?
This can't be right.
What's that?
I mean, the last time he wow.
What's
Before that friggin' rest, he hadn't sat since January 12th. Man, Quick does not come out very often.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah,
that is not terribly uncommon with especially goalies like Jonathan Quick that are sort of the elite goalies in the league. And their backups don't see much time. But it does make me wonder, how smart is it? Now, the Rangers were put in a different situation because they absolutely had to. But they do play Talbot from time to time.
Yes, they do.
And they do give the King a chance to sit in the throne.
Quick is so hyper athletic. It could be possible that he overestimates his own athleticism. I mean, the older you get, you have finite amount of time that you can put between the pipes before your body starts to give out. It's possible that he's simply not where he was from a physical standpoint just a couple seasons ago. That's a little bit of speculation, but
or it could be overestimation as well. I mean, he just thinks
because he's an
take
athletic freak. There's no question.
He's quick. I'm just sick of that shit. He's quick. Welcome to the hockey show.
The point.
He's quick.
He's quick.
Oh yeah. Where are you losers today? Where's everybody?
What's that?
Nobody's calling in. Bastards, I'll end this in 15 minutes. You don't call in.
Nobody wants to be our friends?
I want to go watch the end of the Scientology report on Going Clear. You think I want to stay here? 13 people in there. It's more than we usually get.
That's okay.
Thank you very much.
It's a quick show today. You don't call in, you fucks.
Yeah, quick show when you don't call in. Otherwise, we want to
Fucking
socialize. I want to socialize with Dr. Deke.
Dr. Deke, call in. Taking your call now. Summoning the doctor. Doctor to shop.
I want to know what her deal is. I want to know, is she Canadian or not? Because I'm guessing she's Canadian. You know.
I'm going to say she's not Canadian.
I'll even
bet she's
farther.
Minnesotan.
Minnesotan? Oh, you looked it up. You probably looked something up.
Minnesota.
Well,
no, I didn't look it up.
I can't tell.
I swear to God, I didn't look it up.
It's another area should be annexed by Canada, Minnesota.
Take Minnesota with you, Canada.
Did you see Jets get a little lucky last night?
Yes, they
did. They win 1-0 against. They win 1-0 against the St. Louis Blues.
Kind of softy.
Yeah, but they were also able to. They were very much able to deal with the Blues. The Blues were able to sort of deal with them. I'm sorry, I'm putting calls through and I can't concentrate.
You lost focus. It's okay.
Yes, I did. I lost focus. They just got word that I was going to hang up on them, and they don't. But I'll take all your calls as they get them. And Stasi has this ridiculous slashing call called at him, and we don't find out till actually buries the damn puck, and they call slashing that happened in the other zone. It was just simply unbelievable. It's an absolute.
So you
must
think it's
see.
a bad call?
It's a no call.
Really?
It's a no call. Look, do I go on and on about referees? Do I sit there and bitch? I'm usually stick up for them, and I'm one of the few. The refs just suck. It's so easy to say that and not think.
This
my
seems
thing
to be
is,
a call that's
I think
by
it's the
most
worst.
People seem to be. It's weird.
This is the worst call I've seen in the season, hands down.
Really?
This is the worst call I've seen in the season, hands down. I don't think there's a bunch of a slash.
It looked like a slash to me.
A stick check gone wrong. Frenchie Ben, did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's unbelievable.
Looked like a slash to me. And when I don't know enough, I go to who I always go to. Barry Melrose says it was the right call. I'm going to go with Barry Melrose. That's just because I'm terrible.
It's a soft call at best. If it was a slash,
sure of it, but maybe.
Yeah. What's on your mind, Frenchie Ben?
No, yesterday I was watching the Montreal Impact winning in Costa Rica.
What's
Costa Rica.
Is that an MLS team?
Yeah, and now we are in the finals.
Aren't you like an expansion team this year?
No, it's our fourth year.
It's soccer, right?
Yeah, it's soccer.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys.
Way to make
I
an
love
impact.
you both. But the only thing that's worse for ratings than hockey is fucking soccer.
What do you think? What do you think?
In North America, yes.
You're in North America.
Well, you got to remember, Frenchie
Yeah,
Ben
but he
here
lives
is
in
a little
Germany.
closer to
It's
Europe.
okay.
Yeah.
Frenchie
we
Ben
don't
here
have
is a
any
little
Germans watching.
closer to Europe. He speaks French.
He speaks more of a European language than I ever will. That's very true.
I speak German.
I've been here for 13 years. I ain't got nothing.
That's terrible because you play
But
too many
Today,
video games.
guys, do you think that Cronin will play all the tapes at 5 o'clock, or
Yes.
it's going to be like the Nixon Watergate tapes?
No, it wasn't like that. It was more
He's
like
not going to erase it?
no, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I think here's my take on the whole Cronin situation. All right, and he's much as admitted this, so I it's not gonna. I'm not reinventing tragedy. I'm not
okay?
I'm not trying to re-aggravate the situation.
I like the guy. He's really
I love him to
passionate.
death, but he was going crazy, and I think what happened was he had legitimate. I don't know about beefs, but he definitely had legitimate questions about Dave and in his posting times. They were legitimate.
All you do was talk to me.
All they could have been solved with a phone call. I still don't think Dave did anything wrong as far as his broadcast time, and I think a lot of it was like I stayed up real late. Hey, how come Dave's making videos? Well, it's 8 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock in the morning over here. You just woke up.
Simple misunderstanding, miscommunication. It's been cleared up.
Yes,
It's all
and
good.
I think what happened was by you'll see here in the tape by Joe's own admission, it led to some paranoia and an
When two
overreaction.
girls fight, they shout, and when two guys fight, they say nothing.
Yeah, isn't that weird? You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, and certainly nobody wanted this to happen, and this was going on all week, and I didn't say a word. And
Like,
believe me,
becomes
I was
a pride, challenge.
yeah. It was it was a huge challenge because I obviously I don't want to lose the guy that helped build my channel. If not, he's not the single most responsible person for it. But I have my other friend over here that's getting trashed unfairly. So I decided to go with what I thought was right. That's pretty much what it came down to. But I think he is a very self-inspective person, more so than most people I know. So I really think that all the tapes that'll come out will be legit. Yeah. All right, Frenchie Ben, I got other calls, brother. I'll talk to you later. Okay. New caller too. Take care. 540, you're on the air.
Yo, it's Pittsburgh.
Yo, sorry, buddy. You nervous?
Yeah, this team is nothing but a joke, I tell you.
What do you think the problem is? Are we on? You have never criticized me once because I take a lot of heat in the outside hockey world. I hate the fact that I don't have my ticker. I hate it. I hate looking at
It
my
really seems to be throwing you off.
It really, I do. Are our criticism legit? I mean, I am biased against Crosby. I'll be honest about that. But what do you think the problem is as a Pittsburgh Penguin fan? I mean, let me some insight.
Well, I think they need to get rid of this general manager, get rid of Coach Johnston, get rid of Downey. He's causing us too many stupid penalties.
Yeah, that's true. Downey's killed you guys in the stretch. He's fantasy gold though, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you're winning at the end of the first period 3-0, and you mean to tell me you're going to lose 4-3 in overtime? That's how you know something's wrong.
You know what it is? It's just it's almost. Do you get the feeling that they don't want to be out there, or they think like certain teams are beneath them? I get that feeling sometimes.
See, it seemed like it. Disinterest.
What do you think,
It's
Pittsburgh?
like they don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how could you? I just don't. Do you
We're the
remember last
Penguins.
year the article that came out of I think a Pittsburgh news outlet that said they had motivation problems going into the playoffs. Do you remember that article? Matt Niskanen
remember
and
that.
Brooks Orpik were both quoted.
Yeah.
I think the way they're looking at it is that they're Pittsburgh.
Did I lose him?
They're the Penguins. They got Sydney. They got Malkin. Everything's going to be all right.
Yes.
Well, guess what? Sometimes it ain't going to be all right.
No.
Sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to find your ass outside of the playoffs, and you're going to have a lot of questions. If the Penguins miss the playoffs, there's going to be some serious questions that are going to have to be answered, not just about the management, but some players on the ice. And Sidney Crosby's name is going to have to be brought up.
I would think.
He's wearing the captain, man. You can't. No.
It's like incredible. I mean,
Gotta
what's
stop.
happening?
He's not LeBron. As much as people, he cannot be calling the shots. He can't be.
And that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, Pitts. All right, Pittsburgh. Thanks for calling in, bud.
All right, thank you.
All right. Hope to hear from you soon. Pittsburgh calling in. He calls in every so often. Good guy.
Hey,
Good
Pittsburgh.
Cronin fan, too. Wonder what he thought of the whole mess. I'm actually interested in what certain people think of this. I'm mildly interested. 718-395-7660 or Skype is Shot from the Point. Add you to the list. We got more calls coming in. We'll take them as they come. And 706, that's the United States. You're on the air.
The Bruins.
Bruins.
Yeah.
I think that's the best call we got this year.
That was incredible. I mean, I don't want to dwell here.
Yeah.
But what was the point? What was the point of that? You're gonna call in. I mean, you gotta actually push a button to call in, and you're gonna say the Bruins. You have a chance to really say something. Use your voice, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, all 15 people are gonna be blown away.
That drives me nuts.
No, it doesn't drive me nuts at all.
Oh, hey, God, it's
funny.
You say something.
Well, you weren't here during the
homos or
doxing
something.
incident, so you missed it.
Or at
You
least
missed it
go
completely.
Bruins.
Roy, Florida, you on the air?
Fuck the Penguins. Are you serious?
Yeah.
The Penguins.
Well, you still got to keep winning just in case they snatch up your spot. And Detroit starts
Are you
losing.
American? What the fuck?
You're as belligerent as always.
Yeah,
How
you're
are you?
belligerent. What's your problem? Why are you so belligerent? Let's see.
One day, somebody's gonna tell me the full story about Joe Cronin, man.
Well, you're gonna hear it at in about an
I
hour.
know little bits and pieces. I don't know the full story.
Yeah.
But I know this and I know that. But fucking come on, man! Don't you guys think like Joe Cronin for president? I mean.
Well, let me tell you, bud, you're going to get the full story in about an hour and some change.
He's a big part, you know?
Really?
Yeah, he's going to upload the whole conversation if anybody's
Whole conversation.
interested. He's going to upload the whole thing.
Really?
Hey, listen, we were in big trouble if if he left us for especially this like stupid reason, we were kind of out of an island on our own. We weren't exactly looking forward to that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's interesting.
What do you mean? I don't understand how he controls your show.
He doesn't control our show. What happens
control.
is he gives us lots of exposure that we can't pay for. That's the truth. You can't buy that kind of exposure.
Can't buy it.
And I'm a character, sort of. I'm like a character on his show. On one of his, two of his shows.
Show.
Yeah. So he doesn't really control anything. I just, he had a little bit of a meltdown, and he kind of blamed us for stuff we didn't do. You know, we're pretty loyal. I think that's the thing that bothered me the most about the whole thing is I consider myself like a first-class loyal guy. I was in the Army, for
Never
Christ's sake.
underestimate the power of 13,000 pissed off fans.
Yeah, that's another thing. We're getting.
What was Dead on Dave supposedly doing?
Let me answer this, Dave.
Go ahead.
Dead on Dave works closer with them than I do. He does shows with Joe, and
Every week.
There was a miscommunication where he said he couldn't do something, and then did a video that was similar to what Joe was asking him to do. It gets much deeper than that. I'm not willing to go much deeper than that. So there was like some confusion. There was actually some confusion on, are you giving your channel more time than me? But instead of like calling up and saying exactly that, he
blew a gasket.
he blew a gasket and fired him. That's what happened.
What do you mean he fired you? He said you're not on my show no more?
Yeah. Like Dave's like
did a video publicly.
Dave has the most prestigious spot out of everybody in the whole clique. He's got the second seat to Cronin. He's even higher than me. So what happened was like we were going to lose that kind of exposure, and Dave get fired for literally doing nothing, and something could be solved over. It was like, hey, look, give me your attention. Don't just do everything for your channel or some channel. It could have been worked out because you could hear once the phone conversation comes out that as soon as we sat down, nobody's screaming at each other. It was
very resolvable.
It was it literally took about 10 minutes to resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 8 days too late, but it happened.
Hey, listen, Mike, and I'll leave you with this. I've been in like rock and roll bands and stuff since I was a teenager, and if you give guys like an instrument or a creative project, it turns them into a fucking sewing circle. Turns them into a bunch of sandy vaginas. Yeah. And I've seen it my whole life.
Blow out the clitty litter.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Roy. I got more. I got plenty. I got mad callers calling in.
Listen.
What's up?
We're gonna walk through Washington tonight, like nobody's business.
I don't think so.
It's that's gonna be like no brainer.
Hey, remind me to bet on Washington right after this phone call, Dave.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be making that bet.
Something tells me you're gonna eat your words.
We're gonna storm into Florida, and just kill them.
That might be a must-win game when you get crushed by.
It sounded like you stormed into your local pub. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Roy?
right there.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Hey, Roy, I got to take other callers, man. I'm getting
lemonade here,
shellacked here.
Oh.
I'm getting shellacked. I'll talk to you later, Roy. Love you to death. Pat Quinn, you're on the air. South Jersey.
Mike's Hard Lemonade, maybe.
Holy shit.
You don't drink, Pat?
No, I drink. I'm an MGD guy.
Good.
There you go.
What a horrible beer that is. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, the fight the little conflict between you guys and Cronin, the Led Zeppelin song, Communication Breakdown.
That's pretty much it.
Sums it up.
That's pretty much it.
And it's like always the same battle between the guitar player and the lead singer in a heavy metal band.
Yeah, but they at least yell at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Anyway, good win for us last night.
Yes, I am absolutely enjoying and
Scary
paid more
for a
attention
moment.
since you mentioned it. The amount of upsetting going down when it comes to the. It's so much fun to watch, isn't it? I mean, it's just like
You know what? I'm just glad that you're getting some enjoyment out of the, finally Philadelphia's giving you some enjoyment this season. So that's a good thing. You deserve it, bud.
yeah, you do.
I know because our baseball team and all that sucks, but it's nice to see that the Pens choking like they do every year. Because like I told you 2 months ago,
I hate the Pens.
Marc-Andre Fleury is a head case.
Yeah. Oh, aren't old goalies head cases?
It's not just his problem, though. This is a whole team problem. I mean, the defense isn't playing in front of him.
And if somebody made the point in the chat of, he it wasn't his fault. He was good. He had a 3-0 lead. How's it not his fault?
Defensive. Well, there was multiple defensive breakdowns in that game. Multiple. And the offense simply stopped pressing. I mean, you cannot have the puck in their zone as much as it was and expect not to get scored on. And that's what fucking happened. I mean, just how it is. It wasn't breakaways that were killing
Do you guys
them.
think it's maybe time for Crosby to have a change of scenery?
No.
You know what? I've been thinking that thing for the last 2 years, and I've been wrong. Now maybe I might be right.
They will never deal him. It's not even. I have heard them what if the Pens offered Crosby for the McDavid pick?
Oh God,
that would be an interesting move. But I think that's just that's a nerdy reporter's
on draft day
fantasy scenario.
That point, Sutter reminds me of Ben Stein in the Wonder Years.
Yeah,
the way he talked.
Class.
Bueller.
He's the one. You mean Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Well, both. I mean, he talked like that in the Wonder Years.
Yeah,
also.
he did.
Would you rather him talk like this?
Stop.
I don't know. Somebody wrote Mickey Mouse voice in the chat, so I figured I'd goof on it.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. My son's calling me.
All right, buddy.
Thanks,
Take
brother.
care of yourself. You have a good one. Talk to you soon.
All right, later.
The great Pat Quinn, South Jersey.
That's right.
Good guy. Good
The
calls.
Dream
Always.
Warrior himself. He likes.
He's a real fan, man. I mean,
He's
sticks.
great.
Yeah, he sticks to everything. Refresh your camera. I'm so
Refresh
sick
my
of not
camera.
having my ticker.
Oh,
It does. It bothers me. Refresh your camera.
There.
There you go. There you
I
go.
do it.
I don't know. Did it? Beats the fuck out of me. Now you're refreshing now. Now you're just doing this big circle. Hit it twice real fast.
Twice fast.
Why is technical stuff bothering me so much? Yeah, if you turn the thing on and off real fast, it usually works.
I did.
Just let it run then. I'll deal with it
Okey-dokey.
later. 718-395-7660. We'll take your hockey call. And I don't know. I'm an amateur gynecologist as well. I'll go over that.
Long practicing amateur gynecologist.
Yes. New guys in the chat, I noticed. I noticed Mackie Poo's in the chat.
Oh, Mackie Poo's there. That's
You know who
good.
Mackie Poo is?
I do know Mackie Poo is.
Do you? That's
Well,
good.
I mean, he's been on my channel for a while.
Oh, he's probably one of yours. You gave him to me. Thanks.
But he's probably a Cronin, and then he came to me. Now he came
Shout
to
out to Little Estito, who was properly pointing out yesterday that, they didn't want to play Lundqvist 2 days in a row, so maybe we jumped the gun a little bit on the headline.
Well, no, look. I still think it was the wrong move, even if they didn't want to play him. You got to give him a spot, a high pressure situation. But hey, it worked out. So
We also don't know the true injury report. So I mean, go by that. And you know what? If he sits there and he goes in, if a Vigneault walks in and says, A is my man, sticks it out, wins the Stanley Cup, I will gladly nod my head and say that's why I'm not coaching the New York Rangers.
it worked out.
Lane
Any way you want to
Vigneault,
look at it.
a lot more yelling for him to get the Jack Adams Trophy which, you know, I started thinking about it. Is there anybody else you can give the Jack Adams Trophy to?
No, I think it's his. The President's Trophy winner. I mean,
What about Cameron? If they make the playoffs,
they'd have to. Well, I mean, hell,
you can make an argument there too.
Seemed to be destined, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think it's got to go to the Rangers. A lot of hardware coming their way. I see.
We'll trade them all. We have another guy, Jean-Sebastien Delon. What a French guy in there. Big shout out to him if he's still here. Love giving big shout outs at 1-833-95-7660. 718-395-7660. Add us a contacts and call.
Absolutely.
In the Crazy Tommy C of the great Shop from the Point Hockey Channel. Tommy, what site do you watch? Oh, I actually buy the thing, you criminal. That's going out to Mackie Poo. I have NHL Game Center, that's why. And what's your name? Hold on, where are you from? Hold on, let's find out. We'll have to send this to the officials of the National Hockey League right there.
Bad boys. What you gonna
You're
do?
still circling. That's so weird.
It's without express
camera's not
written
working
consent.
still.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, what's the matter with you? All those, you know, those NHL players are trying to feed their kids, and you're stealing.
Damn
you're
right.
stealing
What the
streams?
hell?
What's the matter
they
with
have
you?
mistresses. They have mistresses to take care of.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's the matter with you?
What's the male form of if some of them are homos and they're having a gay guy on the side, is that still a mistress or a mister? It's a mister. Some of them have misters to take care of.
Yeah. Frenchie Ben's calling again. I never usually like that. What's wrong, Frenchie Ben?
Double dipping.
Yeah, I thought I could do my Tommy NC to 2010
An imitation?
and call back. I haven't made my hockey points.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It's
Go
a
right
hockey
ahead.
show.
Well, how
Yeah, go
dare
ahead.
us?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Okay,
called.
2 points about the draft.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm bringing back my idea. If Las Vegas is a new team next year, they will have a ball in the bingo.
Well, oh, no, they're not going to be.
No, because I mean, I'm not thinking a new team, right? They're going to get a team's going to move there, wouldn't it?
But it's not going to happen over the summer. We're not going to find out somehow
it
July.
can't.
It's going to be. It's going to be announced for like 2017.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
don't have a
normally
place
do.
to play.
No.
Okay, you think?
The only way there's a team there next year, and it would be shocking, is if they move this summer. Like
There's no
we have
place in Las Vegas where they can play for a year?
Thomas and Mack, maybe, but that's not a very big place. I mean, I lived in Vegas most of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they can go in Thomas and Mack, but I'm sure they're not going to. That place is not equipped for that. Not for
how many
a professional team.
That's
How
so
many
weird.
seats are there?
Yeah, how many
Oh, God.
seats? That's what really matters.
Maybe 15 to 20,000 tops, but
20,000 you could probably get by.
well, but it's not really that's not really the problem. It's what else they have going on there. They got college basketball to where the Rebels play.
Mm-hmm.
There's other stuff. I just don't see it happening. And they host concerts and all kinds of things. I don't know if they're going to want to distribute that revenue.
What's it called? What's this place called again?
Thomas and Mack Center.
Thomas and Mack Center? I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
And
Okay, my second point is about Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I heard that on Toronto radio today, and it's a funny thought that, the trade they made for David Perron, they gave their first choice this year.
Are you kidding me?
And if they don't make the playoffs, it could go to Edmonton.
Oh, geez.
So where great players go, where great talented players go to never do anything.
No, Edmonton would be getting another a little bit more percentage in the lottery.
Mm.
They'd be
Yeah,
having
you're
a little
right.
bit more chance to win the number one pick. Now, granted, not much, but still,
Yeah.
It would be
few
crazy.
percentage points. Wow.
And take the.
Can you believe if they get McDavid and Eichel? It would be
I didn't
crazy.
think of that.
They would if they finish second. Oh, wow.
Oh wow! What a horrible
That's why I called back.
scenario.
That's my thought today.
That's
I mean
good
that's
stuff.
awfully far fetched, and I mean hard to happen. But it is a possibility.
If that would just
of
blow
it.
my mind. I think that would be like the worst case scenario for them. I can't
Oh, my
imagine
God.
any
Well, no,
scenario.
Edmonton would be
that
like,
being
finally, how many friggin' number ones have we missed out on? We get McDavid and Eichel. Oh my
Okay.
God!
I'm getting
If they
shit.
achieve that, McTavish should watch himself because he's going to get crushed by lightning.
Give that-
Anyways, guys, good show today. So
Thank you, brother. Thanks for calling back.
Okay,
Calls,
bye.
and
The only reason I let you go before there, Frenchie Ben, is because we were getting inundated with calls, and we do try to get new callers on. But I'm glad you called back because that. You know what happens is I'll get a plethora of calls, and the other guy I just put on just hung up.
Yeah.
You're welcome to call back. Turn your camera on and off again.
I've tried.
Oh, here
a
he
bunch.
is. Yeah, see, this guy just. I don't know. Should we call him back? I don't know.
Call him back. Coleman, we're calling you, buddy.
Yeah, I'll call him back. No,
Did my camera come back on?
Nah, he just left outright. Screw him. And
What
now
about
your
my
camera didn't
camera?
come
Back
back.
on?
Your camera's acting wild. This must be my father's an astrologer. He would say Uranus is in the first house. Uranus in the first
Is
house.
Jupiter aligned with Mars?
And then when I laughed, he said he put his foot in Uranus.
It's not even a planet anymore. No, it's still a
Mercury
planet,
is
isn't it?
retrograde. That's what he would say.
Mercury's retrograde.
Mercury is retrograde.
Is it the age of Aquarius?
Yes. Big Boston Bruin fan, Mackie Poo. You're on the air.
Mackie Poo.
Hello, sir.
He's not on the air.
Stop lying. Putting you on now, buddy. You got to make me a.
It's trying. It's thinking.
Yeah, I know. I think there's something wrong. Call back, Mackie Poo. Everything's fucked up today.
There's a problem with the operator.
My fucking ticker's down, which I have to do exactly perfectly, otherwise it won't be. I might have to go back to both screens in the crease and inject it in each one, which is not. I'm not looking forward to that.
Dogs and cats sleeping together. Mass hysteria.
Oh, fucking shit, man! It pisses me off to no end. Pisses me off to no end.
What's your antivirus? Let's cut a promo.
AVG. I was doing a bunch of
AVG,
stuff because I have something on here, a virus that when I go to a page, it's sporadic. When I open up another page, it sends me to some it's some kind of malware. No matter what I get, it cannot pick it up on. I'm thinking about reinstalling Chrome, just shutting it down and reinstall.
AVG, right? More like BAD.
Yeah. Makes me feel like I have AIDS.
That was 4 letters.
Mackie Poo, you're on the air. And you're still spinning. I can't hear this guy.
This is you know what? The funny
Mackie
thing is,
Poo, you're on the air. Jesus
the
Christmas.
funny thing is, I got great reception. I got full bars tonight.
Got a lot of people on. I was going to take a lot of calls.
Mackie Poo.
Hey, Mackie Poo, you there? Of course not. There's a problem with this call. No, there he goes. He finally got talking. I literally had my the finger halfway down the trigger.
The finger's on the button.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that on purpose. Well, actually, I would if I had thought of it. But
it would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
Oh well.
I don't know. I'm out of shit. I'm out of shit, folks, and I want a drink. I want some.
Well, go drink.
I don't need money.
There's no producer, doing the stretch thing. You can't see me, but I'm doing the stretch thing with my hands. You know
what happened is I went to bed right after the show last night, and then I wake and I need to be woken up. So just about every morning I wake up with my wife, whether I have something going on tomorrow. I figure that the stupidest thing you can do when you're unemployed is not get up in the morning.
Sure.
Yeah, you still. It was like in the army. Like even if you're sick and you didn't have to go to work, you still had to get up in the morning and show up and sit, unless you were absolutely dying. Which I totally believe in that. I get up.
Yeah, I do too.
I have a cup of coffee. I talk to my wife, and then I start my day. If I just sleep into when I wake up,
like that anyway.
It's stupid. You do but you have a different situation. But you do try to do that because I usually call you at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I usually call you at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I get up with my kid most days.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
every day when she's at school, I get up with my kid. I
didn't hear from Dr. Deke after I give her a big plug. I want to talk to hot chicks. I'm probably gonna look at the chat here. It's like, how dare you mention my looks? One more time for
objectifying me.
I don't know. Probably not. She seems pretty.
Mackie Poo, we're gonna try again.
Mackie Poo, it's your last chance.
Can you hear me now?
And how about now? Yep, hear you loud and clear. What's on your mind, there, Mr. Boston Bruins fan?
Are the Bruins winning tonight?
No.
No.
You know why? I checked my sources, and I did a lot of work on this, and then Roy called in and said they were going to cruise. So you're guaranteed to lose now because Roy said they're going to cruise.
Blame Roy.
So blame Roy.
You man.
I'm actually gonna bet against him tonight just simply because Roy get him. Roy did that. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny.
All right. Do you have any insight, buddy?
Nobody's got nothing.
Nobody's got nothing.
Tell you this much though, they're playing
Yeah,
against
that's killing
Capitals team that needs to continue to win.
Oh yeah, I asked you a question earlier.
What was that?
What site do you watch your porn?
What site do I watch my porn?
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually just write.
I'm a tube 8 type of guy.
I just
myself.
write gay porn in Google and see what happens.
Okay. Google videos.
I like Spankwire though a lot too, but tube 8's my go-to site.
Spankwire. What's the one I do have?
RedTube is also very good. I like RedTube.
RedTubes.
YouPorn's fantastic.
Yeah. I write.
I know them all.
I write twinks taking anal for first time, and that's what I do. So now you got lots of ideas, guy. Aren't you happy you called in? Yeah, I thought so. Debbie! You're on the air. And now you two know some gay porn.
Yeah. Well, maybe we knew already. But,
Yeah. We know where to go.
What's up, Deb?
Fuck the Wild.
Fuck them. Fuck them in the ear. Fuck them in the other
we don't
ear.
got to play them first round. It's all right with me.
They're so annoying right now. Ugh.
No, they're
And-
good. That's the thing. They're not underrated. They're good. They got it together.
They are a good team.
There's another guy, Jack Adams. What about that guy, Yo? Mike Yo. He was about ready to get fired a couple weeks back. We were laughing at him.
Yeah, we were.
That goalie looks like he might be a star because I don't think it's like a Hamburglar situation. I think that guy's legit.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, if they knock out St. Louis, I'm okay with them. Hopefully those two teams will beat the shit out of each other for 7 games.
That'll be something.
And then be easy pickings.
They got so they beat Chicago last night, and they got Nashville and St. Louis. Yeah.
Well, they beat Chicago without a lot of really good players in there right now, without Richards, without Kane and everything. This is going to be a different team in the playoffs, I have a feeling. We'll
They
see what
beat
happens.
Nashville on Thursday. I think they're in.
Everyone's beating Nashville right now.
They beat Nashville on Thursday. I think they're in. I think there's no problem there.
Well, we have St. Louis tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys aren't playing so hot lately.
No, we're not playing great.
No.
But like I said, this is
I want Patrick Kane back, like right now.
No.
Yeah, I do too. But you know what? Let's not rush him back. I think getting Richards healthy is going to be important. I think there's a lot of things the Hawks are going to be able to do to try and right this ship before the playoffs start. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't care what happens to you guys. You guys have too many championships for my taste.
I got bad stuff happening, man. My wife made burritos, buddy.
You got to go?
Oh, no, I'm all right for a couple more minutes, but
get out of here. I'll close the show.
Good.
Good.
No, I'm toughing it out.
No, not with that. Go. Goodbye. I'm letting you go.
No.
I'm letting Deb do the show. Hey, Deb, you want to watch close the show with me?
No.
Why not?
I'm nervous.
About what? All you got to do is just go, you're the greatest. You know what Terry in Winnipeg writes me? She does hashtag sexiest podcaster ever. You're not impressed.
Tommy, I cannot hear you at all.
You can't hear me at all? Maybe that was the problem before.
You're like
with that
really low.
What about now? How about now?
Okay, now I can.
All right. Yeah. It's Windows. I should have got a fucking Mac. That's what I should have done. Should have got a Mac. So do you want to do the show? Oh.
No, Dave can do it.
No, Dave's gone. I hung up on him.
Oh.
Cole McCarthy. We'll take a call together. You're on In the Crease with Deb and Tommy C. How are you, sir? You hung up again, you jerk. Get out of here. Let's do this. Let's end this. You and me, kiddo. What do you say? Why are you so nervous? Why are you afraid of me? I'm not afraid of you. All I want to do is kiss you and tell you how much I love you.
Tommy, enough with the harassment, okay?
All right, we're doing a show.
I have 911 on speed dial, okay?
You can't call. Yeah, try. Yeah, call 911 over here. It'd be like this. It'd be like, hello. I'm sorry. We only speak German. I can't understand your harassment claims. From hockey? Nobody likes hockey in Germany. You must have the wrong place, young lady. That's what it's gonna be like. Good luck.
That was an awful German accent.
That's right. Come on, In the Crease. It's how you see you get sexually harassed by your host. That's right. The New York Rangers take the Devils 4-2, and with that win, the New York Rangers win the league. As they say over here in Europe, they win the President's Trophy. The New York Raiders, ladies and gentlemen, like it or not, in the regular season, as shocking as this seems, is the best team in hockey in the National Hokey Dokey League. Isles, Yaroslav Halak blows the game with 1.2 seconds left, prevents an Isles clinch. Philly plays spoiler again. They take the Isles 5-4. Detroit over the Canes 3-2. And hero Mark Stone plays OT hero. Why did I write that twice? Helps the Sens over the Pittsburgh Penguins, coming back from a 3-0 deficit. Go Sens, go. You like those pesky Sens, Deb?
Do I like the Sinners? Yeah.
Yeah, those pesky Sens. What do you think of Carlson? You like him? You think he should win the Norris Trophy? I don't think anybody should win a Norris Trophy that doesn't play defense. I don't know. That's just my thing. Defenseman, defense. Who knew?
Good thing.
Yeah. All right, let's finish this sucker up. Jets get lucky as Stasny is a victim of one of the worst calls. The worst calls of the year, in my opinion. Jets take that.
I agree with Dave.
What's that?
I agree with Dave.
I agree with Dave, too, because he's not here. Aren't you funny right now? You're killing it. You're absolutely killing it. You're killing it. I'm so glad that I had you on. We can finish up. Hawks come up short against the Wild. They go down 2-1. Sorry, Debbie. Sorry.
What's going on?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Calgary, they stay strong. All they do is got to keep winning. They take the Yotes 3-2. 3-2. Avs over the Preds. Wow, you figure they'd start winning before they go. I guess they're just, I don't know, they're in the playoffs. I stopped thinking about it. Avs over the Preds 3-2. And a really strange move by Daryl Sutter. He decides to go with backup Jones rather than starting Jonathan Quick. Kings go down 4-2 to the Oil. But then again, we do know that that Quick hasn't been playing since February, nonstop. So a little mismanagement by the management.
I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. By the way, you're killing it right now. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Toronto Maple Leafs, they go up against the Columbus Blue Jackets. 8 o'clock, the Boston Bruins, they're in Washington to take on the Caps. And 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, late night game. Dallas are in Anaheim to take on the Ducks. That's it, Debbie. What do you think of that?
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. And you know what happens at this point. I say, hey, lady, why don't you get out of my crease? See you later.